Great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the alaracanfieldshow, the Awakened Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It is my deepest wish, desire, and intention to bring forward to you these wonderful speakers who are sharing their wisdom, their teachings, their experiences, their processes, their activations, their mini readings as well. So, for all of us to give us clarity and also to help us to thrive in our lives and have more joy and peace and ease. And so if you are new to me, new to my channel, if you're on YouTube watching now or later, please do subscribe so that you can be notified of all the live shows, as well as all the shows on demand that you can go back and watch as well. And so today we have my dear friend Mijke here with us back. She's back. Mijke Ketting is going to be talking about etheric template, liver rescue, and anger release. And so some of what we're going to discuss today is about, we're going to find out why a healthy liver is so important for your overall health, including your immune system and blood regulation. We're going to discover the hidden causes of persistent health issues and how to heal them. We're going to get to know why emotional overwhelm and anxiety is dangerous for your health. We're going to learn about the connection between liver dis-ease and trapped emotions in your energy system. We're going to talk about and increase your understanding of how your body's life force energy can be shut down by an unhealthy liver. We're going to get more insight in how working on the liver can heal you at a very deep level. And of course, Mijke will be doing a few mini readings, scans, etc. And she'll be doing a liver reboot and anger release guided process. So all that and more, of course, like always. And so for those of you who may not know, Mijke, like I said, she was on our show last season for the first time. A wonderful conversation, wonderful experience. Yeah, it was great. So Mijke is back, and she is a multidimensional energy healer, channel, and medium. As a certified medical intuitive, Akashic Records reader, emotion code practitioner, and professional aura reader, she has a unique and customized approach to help her clients. And Mijke channels customized energies and messages to help her clients heal from physical issues, break through their blockages, and to get clarity on their purpose in life. Mijke supports her clients with transmuting trauma, fear, and pain into lightness, change, joy, and happiness. She combines this with practical advice and insights and always strives to get to the root cause. And so just before we start, I just want to, again, reiterate, if you do have any underlying medical conditions, serious conditions, etc., please do consult your medical practitioner. And what we do on these shows is to complement your treatments that you're already having and are in the process of having. So please do consult with your medical practitioner if you have any serious medical issues. Okay. All right. So all that aside, Mijke, I'm so glad that you're back with us today, and I'm excited about this topic, etheric template, liver rescue, and anger release, because let's face it, there is or can be anger in our genes, in our cells, in our memories, in our field, right? And so, because this is a brand new topic, to be honest, I don't think we've ever talked about this on the show before. Let's talk a little bit about the liver, right? And why the liver is so important in our overall health and well-being. But before that, again, I just want to say, please welcome, and everyone, please do join me in welcoming Mijke back to the show.
Well, thank you, Alara. It's so good to be here again. I loved the experience last time, and I can only agree with you. What we do here is pure energetic, but energetic energy work can mean a lot to people. I had great results with clients, and but I totally agree with you. If there's anything wrong or you have a serious doubt about your health, please go to a doctor. And but in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to help everyone as good as possible, to clear blockages, to make sure the energy can flow as it's meant to flow. And yes, the liver. Well, I thought about the topic because, when we look around us and when we see what's happening all around us in the world, there's so much conflict, there's so much anger, there's so much aggression, So I don't know how that is with you, but when, for example, if it was the war in Ukraine, and my own brother lived in Moscow at that time already for 30 years, but he came back to the Netherlands now. But also with the Israeli Palestine conflict, it makes me sad. It makes me feel uneasy, unsettled. So I thought, well, I think we all need a release from anger, from conflict, from, dominance, not treating each other with respect, all these kind of global, spheres or influences, and of course, there are a lot of people around the world that really suffer from liver issues, from problems with the liver, all kind of things related to the immune system. They have fatty liver, or it can be anything, viral infections. So the liver is one of the organs that a lot of people have issues with. So I thought, let's do the combination, because the liver is related to anger, and anger as an emotion has an impact on the liver. So that's why I called it liver rescue and anger release. And also we're at least where I live, we're approaching the last part of the year. And in my experience, it's always a very hectic, very stressful, very busy period. We all usually we're all like, oh, we're so looking forward to the holidays and things like that, but not everyone is, and it also brings a lot of stress to people, and stress is also very damaging for the liver, especially if the liver can't process it right. So that's the reason that I thought, well, let's do some work around that.
Awesome. Thank you. So with the liver, should we be addressing the physical symptoms and issues first, or the emotional, energetic issues?
Well, the liver, it's one of our most vital organs. So if you have your abdominal area, the liver is located in the upper right side of that. It's just beneath the diaphragm. And the liver has a lot of important functions to maintain our body healthy. And so it helps us with cleansing. It helps us with our metabolism. It helps us with detoxification. But it's also like a storage organ. It stores, for example, glycogen, which is a source if we need a quick amount of energy. But it also stores vitamins and minerals. And it also helps with our digestion, because it produces the bile, the acid fluid that we use to digest our food. But it also helps with the blood regulation. So you can imagine, with such a multitasking organ and so many functions, how many physical issues there can be. So we can do it both. I think maybe it's good to talk a little bit about the liver, and also about the causes that people have trouble with the liver, or issues with the liver. So it's just up to you what you prefer.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think sometimes, like we all know that what we experience in the physical body, it first starts in the emotional and energetic body first, right? So that's why it's so important to deal with our emotions, to heal, to clear, to balance our emotions and our energy field, so that it doesn't progress into the physical, right? But once it's in the physical, then you have to address both. Then you have to address both the physical and the emotional, energetic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's also interesting, because from different cultures, people look at this in a different way. But I agree with you. What I see in my work and with my clients, that with all the things people come for help for to me, is that it's always energetic. What is the root cause? And it can be past life related. It can be like things, trauma that people suffered from in this life. It can be like inherited. So that's always the difficulty with energy work, that you have to figure out where did it start, because otherwise you are treating symptoms and you're not treating the root cause. But sometimes people find it difficult, because then they think, okay, I have this liver issue. I went to my doctor, I got my medication, but I'm still not happy about it, and it did some good, but not that I feel that I'm healed. And then I also always explain it just like you did. Well, the physical body manifests out of the energy bodies. We have 7 energy bodies, and our physical body is a manifestation of the state of our energy bodies and our energy system. So if things are blocked over there, or the energy doesn't flow in the Chinese traditional medicine, they call it the qi, the life force energy. So if the life force energy doesn't flow through, well, all kinds of other things in your physical body also start to get blocked. And you start to discover that you have issues with organs or bones, or whatever it is it manifests in. So I totally agree with you, but not in the traditional medicine, they think it's the physical body and you have to treat it with the medication. Well, I think you can do it both. I mean, I'm never against medication, but I always think that if you look at the emotional, the psychological, and the energetic issues, and you start healing those as well, you're doing multiple things at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a holistic treatment, a holistic program, a holistic plan that incorporates the body, the mind, the emotions, the soul, etc., all pieces of us, right? Because it's not just one area or one body that's affected, it's all of them at different layers and different levels. So so the best we can.
I always compare it to people. Sometimes I have people that are very skeptical, and I think, well, what is it what you're doing? I can't see what you do. Some people then after the session, well, I could feel it. I said, well, that's perfectly fine. So I always compare it with like acupuncture. And the whole science behind it, and that if our meridians, our nadis, and the energy points are blocked, we start to feel not well, and we can start to feel unhealthy. So that's why I think it's so important to work on your own life force energy. And it doesn't have to mean that you have to buy tons of sessions, but it can also be make sure that you eat the right food for your body. We all have different bodies. None of us is the same. So some people will flourish by certain kind of food and others don't. So you have to figure out what is it that your body needs. And the same with exercise. Some people really benefit from high impact exercise. Others more benefit from more like yoga or Tai Chi or those kind of exercises. But it's important to keep your body to keep your body moving in movement. So the energy will also keep moving. Because if we and that's so funny. I've lived in the US for a year in Washington, D.C., and there I learned the word couch potato. Well, I didn't know what it was. So a colleague of mine explained it to me. So if we become couch potatoes, our energy will also stagnate. It will stop flowing. And then you really are at risk to develop all kinds of issues. And also when your energy is in movement and you move your body, it's also good for your feeling of well-being. And it doesn't mean that everyone has to go on a hike for 3 hours, but It can just be for a walk around the block every day, or go outside and sit on a bench in the park for half an hour and do something with your fingers and your toes, or it can be very simple. But and tapping is also the things I'm very fond of. If you tap your energy points, we have like our stress points. They are located around the clavicles, and if you tap those points, you release the energy that is stuck. So there are all kinds of things to keep the I see Anne already do, so we can do it all. It's just like where you have the clavicles, and then at the end, close to the breastbone, sometimes it feels tender over there. So you can just tap with your hands, with your fingers, and then let your intuition guide you. Because those are the points that if you tap them, they release the stress we have in our system, and you feel relaxed afterwards. And what I've learned, that the more tender they feel, the more they need the tapping. And it's the same with the breastbone. You can tap along the whole breastbone, and sometimes that's very tender around the heart chakra. So if you feel that it's tender, then tap a little bit, like not too hard, just do the tapping, but do it gentle. And that way you release the energy and you feel energized. And you can even do these exercises when you are at work, you're just behind the computer and you start tapping. And that's what I also do in sessions, that I check the whole system, like the liver is also connected to the liver meridian. So sometimes when the liver meridian is blocked and the energy doesn't flow through that, people have liver issues. People that have a lot of frustration inside can also have like a blocked liver meridian. So it's a whole complex system of our body, together with the energy bodies, that we can look at.
Awesome, thank you. And those wonderful, those points for tapping and just doing that every day can help us to relieve some of the stress, but also get the energy moving, right? So having more flow and ease in our energy bodies is going to affect our physical body as well. So that's going to help us, in many different ways. And it's simple. It's not complicated. It's not difficult, and anybody can do it anywhere. So I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, and I'm always a big fan of things you can do yourself, so do it your own. So also for people who are on a tighter budget, there's a whole world of knowledge around tapping on YouTube. So if you just go on YouTube and you search for EFT or tapping, and you can even search for combinations. And you get a lot of exercises that are very easy to do, very easy to learn, and you can benefit from that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many resources available to us. Why not take advantage of them, right? So I wanted to just hold on. I'm trying to find my screen here. I wanted to talk a little bit about emotional overwhelm, and you were talking about this a little bit already, about this crazy hectic season that we're in. Has already started, right? So we go through a lot of emotional overwhelm and anxiety at this time because the expectations of the season, etc., and just there's always so much to do and so many parties and family and etc., right? So how does that affect our liver, or how can we help our liver in these times?
Yeah, well, like all the organs, they have their own energetic significance. And there's a lot of knowledge around that in the traditional Chinese medicine, but also in the Ayurveda from India. And the liver is linked to the emotion of anger, but in a very broad sense. So it can be like frustration, it can be impatience, all the emotions that that you don't feel balanced, that you don't feel relaxed, that you feel upset, you feel triggered, you feel frustrated or irritated. And those are all connected to the liver. But all the organs and the liver as well, they also store energy. So our emotions, I always give the example of animals. I have 2 cats, and last night we had a big thunderstorm over here, and there was like this big bang, and well, I got scared, but my cat, he literally flew off the couch and went under the table to hide. But what they do, they like shiver their body. So they shake their body, so the fear, it releases. But what we humans do is like we tighten. So if it's fight, flight, freeze. So if we freeze, we lock in our emotions, but also the energy behind the emotion. And when we talk about anger and rage, frustration, irritation, those are low and dense energies. They don't have a high frequency. So if the liver is filled up with those kind of energies and the frequencies of those energies that are very low and dense, it blocks the energy flow of the liver itself as well. So there's not enough energy going and flowing through the liver. And then it can impact the functioning of the liver.
Yeah, wow. And that's the thing. It's like sometimes we don't even realize how the liver is being impacted by our emotional overwhelm, by our anxiety, by our frustration, etc. Right?
Yes, and what we also do, we pick up energy from around us. So if we go to the train station and everyone is very hurried, or the train is not running on time, and everyone gets frustrated or irritated, we pick it up. We let it in our energy field. We are not very conscious of how clean our energy field is usually. So the energy flows through our field all day long. If we watch the news, if we read the newspaper, or we listen to a political debate, we take that energy in as well. And that's what I feel, that also with all the weather things we had, like earthquakes, like volcanoes erupting. A volcano erupting, it's like the earth also erupting energy. And we pick that up. We are very sensitive beings, and we have 7 energy bodies. So if you don't clear that regularly or daily, then it gets stored. It's like a closet. If you keep putting things in the closet and you never like unclutter it, then there comes a point that the doors burst open and everything comes out. And the liver is related to these kind of very tense emotions.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And it's so true, but we just, it's amazing what the organs are capable of, and how much they're handling, right? So we might not even know this on a conceptual, logical level, even how much our organs are doing, especially the liver, regulating so much for us. It's just working in the background so hard. But for us at an individual level, I've always been talking about, trying to stay calm, try to stay balanced, keep our energy vibration raised and higher frequency as much as we can. And it just to help our entire energy body and our physical body and our well-being. But it seems like the liver is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, a lot of the heavy work. So does it it's also, I suppose, working through and processing some of our ancestral and collective processing as well, not just our own emotional, physical stuff, but for the collective and ancestral as well as past lives, right?
Yes, definitely. You know, the liver is like a multitasking organ. I think it has about over 500 different functions in the body. So it's a very complex organ. And yes, ancestral energies and past life experiences, and you know that if we still have open karma leaves imprints on the body as well. And the liver, it's also the organ that is in charge of a important part of the detoxification. So it's like a vital detoxification center. So it works on multiple levels. It's not only like when we have had a nice dinner party and we drank too much wine. It's in charge of breaking down the alcohol, you know. But it's not only the physical stuff, it's also the metaphysical stuff. And it helps with the digestion. Also, it has a dual blood supply. So that's also very interesting. And it's connected to the digestive organs as well. It stores vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, B12, all kind of minerals like iron and copper. And if we need those minerals, the liver releases them in the blood into the bloodstream. And it also helps against blood clotting. It produces important proteins. So it really is a very important organ for our body, because it works on so many levels and it has so many functions. And that's when the liver starts to fail, you know, we are really in big troubles, and we really can develop all kinds of physical illnesses.
Wow. And so I know that right today we have a lot of people with their hands raised. And I forgot to, I didn't even get a chance to mention, if you have a question for Mijke, please raise your hand or type your question in the chat. We already have a lot of people with their hands raised. So they, you know, they may be already having some physical dis-ease or physical discomfort or emotional as well, right? So I know you wanted to do some mini readings / scans, etc. So what kind of questions, or what kind of what kind of readings are you doing today? And I'm going to tell you all right now, there's, you know, we're not doing any blank reading of, can you read my energy and tell me what's going on? No, you have to have something specific in mind. Like, you know, if you say, okay, how is my liver doing? That's, again, too general. You know, like, we want it to be something that, you know, it's not for curiosity's sake that we have these wonderful speakers on our shows. It is to assist all of us, right? So if you have a specific question about whatever, I don't know, Mijke, help me out here. What kind of questions are you going to take?
Lara, I always work what comes through at the moment, you know, and what I always love doing when I do Facebook Lives or things like that. As we are with a wonderful group now. How many people are there in the Zoom? Well, 36. So we have this container of the group. So I always really believe that if someone asks a question, it will benefit the whole group. And that's always the intention that I set when I do my preparation for my sessions, for like these kind of interviews or my Facebook Live. I always set the intention that it will help everyone on a certain at a certain level. So I agree. If it's too broad, well, you know, then it's better to to book a session, because then I can really zoom in and feel for 30 minutes what all comes up. So it can be anything. People that are concerned about their liver, that they have like, for example, digestive problems, and that they are wondering, could my liver have anything to do with it? people that have, you know, that they, now I had quite a few clients who had these emotional outbursts, or they were irritated very frequently, and they said, well, the client said, well, I don't understand it because it were minor issues, but it was like I exploded. So where did that came from? You know, I can do a little bit of a scan of the liver, but you know, I don't want to get too personal because, you know, I don't want to, because with a mini reading, a mini healing, of course it will benefit you, but it's not the same as a full session. So let's keep it a little bit light, that it's not that I can heal everyone's liver all at once, you know.
Absolutely.
What I can feel, and maybe that's a good way to approach, let people just ask questions, and then I feel into the energy. I also brought 2 card decks and my smoky quartz. I don't know if you can see it. It's a very beautiful smoky quartz. So, and I have Archangel Animal Cards by Diana Cooper, and those are wonderful as well. They're by Judith Orloff. Maybe this way works better. It's the Power of Surrender cards, and those are wonderful because how difficult do we find it to surrender? I mean, and when you're talking about anger, well, anger and surrendering, it's quite the opposite. So let people just ask their question. The 2 of us will set a container that it will work for everyone, also for the people who listen to the replay, you know. And then let's see what's going to come up and how we can, as a group, benefit from all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so because we do have a lot of people with their hands raised, I'm gonna ask you to please just keep it to one short question. We don't need a big long story, just one short question would be great. Okay, that way we can you know, address as many people as possible. Jennifer, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi, go ahead.
So short story is I take care of my mom full time and I work a full-time job. And I've noticed that maybe like a month and a half, suddenly my body decides to have digestive issues, like it's almost detoxing. And the other side of that is I find that as I'm helping my mom, when I see her go through stuff, I just get so angry at her. It's almost volatile and my body shakes and like almost spits. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm pretty sure that it's all related and my liver is working really hard trying to help me probably.
Yes, Jennifer, it's so good that you raised your hand because you're working overtime. That's what I feel. So you're doing so many things at the same time and then taking care of your mom, and that also is like an emotional aspect to it. So I'm going to check, because we didn't talk about the chakras, but very often I use the chakras as entry points. And the chakra connected to the liver is the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is also the chakra that is related to our authenticity, our individuality. It's the chakra that when that is centered, we feel that we are empowered. So when I always work with the pendulum. So when I ask for your solar plexus, it doesn't spin. And a chakra, we have 7 of them. They're our main energy centers. A chakra should spin clockwise because each chakra is also connected to specific glands and organs. And the chakra pulls in the energy from outside. It pulls the energy from the outside world into our body, but it transforms the frequency from the outside energy to the frequency that the specific gland or organ needs. So they're very like fine-tuned transformers. So I'm going into your solar plexus chakra. And you're totally off center. So Jennifer, you don't have to share all the details, but is it difficult for you to set your boundaries?
Yes.
Okay. So there's also part of the solution. It's the same when sitting in an airplane and the flight attendant pulls out the oxygen mask and said, well, mothers and fathers, put your own oxygen mask on first before tending to your children. That's the same for you. You have to make sure that you are in a good condition to do everything that's on your plate, and see if there are things that you can maybe delegate or you can postpone because you're really working overtime. And there's nothing wrong with doing that for a short period of time, but your energy is running low. So the energy I'm clearing from the solar plexus is, and you see that I'm making those hand movements. I'm literally pulling the energy out of Jennifer's solar plexus, her third chakra. I'm sending it to the earth. It's the energy of like low self-esteem. It's the energy of not being fully aligned with your soul purpose. Having questions about what's my purpose in life. So there are blockages around that. I'm clearing those for you. And when I ask for the liver, I see it come up very red. So you're right, it's like it's working very hard to support you and to make sure that your body can maintain this high level of work that you're doing. So let's first ask for the solar plexus chakra. And here you see that it's spinning again. So at least it's pulling energy in for you. So it will give you some fresh and new energy also for the liver. But let's also remove the stress from the liver. And this is for everyone. Everyone can tune into this. So go with your attention to your liver. Go inwards with your attention. You can maybe close your eyes if you like. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask the liver to release all the energy like stress, overwhelm, all the energy it picked up from others, the energy of too much responsibility on the shoulders, the energy of constantly running a marathon, having no pause, no space to rest. So we're clearing that all out. So you can all let that go. Give yourself permission to release the energy. I'm pulling it out of the liver, also out of the ducts of the liver, the lobes, the arteries. Sending the energy to the earth so it can be recycled. It's very grounding energy. And then we're going to clear out the liver. So everyone can join. Sending in the plasma light to clear the liver out. And let's set the intention that this plasma sphere will clear all the energy that is lower than your own frequency. All energy that is dense or heavy. Let's clear it all out. A lot of energy is releasing. Make sure that you are still breathing regularly. And then we're going to fill up the liver with the frequency of unconditional love. And especially, like, I love to work with the frequencies of love. So the frequency of compassion, love for self, love for others, divine love, unconditional love. So Jennifer, for your liver, it's really about filling up your liver with the love for self. And be assured that you're worthy to receive it. You deserve to receive it. There's nothing wrong with you. It's your birthright to receive love in whatever frequency you need it. So let's fill up all of the livers. And so it is. Jennifer, how do you feel?
I feel a little calmer, and especially when you said our sole purpose. It seems like my sole purpose is to serve everybody else but myself.
Yes, that's what I felt as well. Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. And maybe you can do this like daily. When you fill up your heart with unconditional love and you expand it to the rest of your physical body and your energy bodies, you will feel a lot calmer and more peaceful and less stressed. And then it's also easier to perform all the things you have to do.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. We're going to go to Rhonda K. Rhonda K, you want to unmute yourself? We can kind of hear you. Did you say something? No, we can't hear you. Oh, hold on. Maybe you were just blocking the microphone part. You want to try talking again? Hardly.
Rhonda, why don't you put your question in the chat and then we'll come back to it later, because it's almost impossible to hear you. So feel free to post your question in the chat and then we'll come back to it later.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, we're going to go to Catherine.
Hi, thank you so much for calling on me. My question has to do with my ancestors. My dad and his side of the family had a lot of anger issues. Years ago, I was diabetic. I was found to have a fatty liver. I've done some work on that. I've done work with a shaman to release some of the anger, but I just kind of want to check on that and see if I hold any of that anger from the ancestors.
Yes, it definitely is ancestral. So it's not only karma, but there's also like ancestral misalignment energy. That probably has to do with trauma in the family line that has not been resolved. So what I sometimes do with clients is that I go into that, we clear it, and we ask all of the ancestors to take in their rightful and right position again. So the whole ancestral line will be cleared. So yes, it's a little bit complicated with karma and ancestral issues to do that in a mini reading, because usually I go into the Akashic records, but that will usually take me like 10 minutes or so. But what I can do, let's pull a Power of Surrender card for you, because what I love about your question, you're already aware of what could be the issue and what could be the root cause. And usually if you have the awareness, the things start to line up to help you resolve it. As it has to do with anger, let's see what it is you can surrender. Then we just surrender it to source, to the universe. Interesting. It says surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. Well, this is beautiful because almost the same thing what I just said. So I think it's important for you to start clearing this, especially now your own health is involved. So it's important. Do you pray or do you use affirmations?
I do. I do pray. I do use decrees. Yeah. So that's a daily practice.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So I don't know if because these I don't know if you can see the cards.
Okay, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit because that's the lightning. It's already dark here. But it's important for you to connect to your intuition. And what I can do for you, let's check the third eye chakra. And the third eye chakra, it's not spinning.
Right.
So I want your third eye chakra to be open, because otherwise, if you want to pray and you have a blocked third eye chakra, well, most of the energy will not arrive. And you won't get the right insights. So let's go in. And I always use my breath when I clear energy. So it's not that I'm asleep, sleepy or bored or something like that, you know. I really have to yawn, and then I think, oh, I hope my client doesn't think that I'm bored.
No, I yawn and burp myself, so I understand.
Great, great. So you know what it is. So let's go into the pineal gland as well. And what I see over there, Catherine, is trauma around birth. So I see a very traumatized baby. Is it present life? No. Is it past life? Yes. Okay, so let's all help this little baby that's so traumatized. Let's all send love to that little baby. It needs a lot of softness and love. There's also a lot of anger connected to this birth. And I'm going to use the shamanic feathers. I brought these as well. So I'm going to like dust off the third eye chakra very gently. It needs a very gentle approach. We're going to remove some calcification and bringing in more unconditional love. Let's ask all of the ancestors that are in the right position to support you with this, to bring in their support, to help you with their guidance, with insights, with visions, with little nudges. Let's also ask the archangels to help you to clear this energy. Archangel Michael with the blue light, Archangel Raphael with the green light, Archangel Samuel with the copper light, and let's bring in the violet flame. There's a lot of pain around the heart chakra, the heart area. So let's again use the feathers to like soften that pain. There you go. Let's fill up the heart chakra with the highest frequency you can hold today. And let's check the third eye chakra, how it is doing now. And it is spinning again. Also clearing the channel between the third eye chakra and the crown chakra. So let's ask for the crown chakra, but that's doing all right. So, Catherine, this will really also help you with like making the right decisions for yourself. So trust your intuition, trust your guidance, and it will be all right. Okay.
Thank you so much. Mijke, is this something that if I got your session today that you could help me more with?
Sure, definitely,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Always.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
And thank you everybody for bringing in that unconditional love.
Thank you, Catherine. Awesome. All right, we're gonna go to Sarah. Sarah, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi.
I was trying to refine my question because it changed with every caller. And what I feel is that I'm not getting as much as I'm giving out. That I feel like I'm, walking in a caravan with other people trying to do the work and save the world. And I've got this 100-pound weight on each shoulder, and I'm not receiving back the nourishment that I need to keep going. Is that specific enough?
Oh yes, dear, it is. Good to see you here. Nice to see you
Yeah.
again. Yes, so let's, so this is, your question is about receiving. And when you're giving more than you receive, in the end, you also will feel depleted because the energy is not balanced. So let's see why you're not receiving that much. I'm going to clear past life energy for you that's coming through.
Thank you. I had a feeling there was something there.
Yeah, there is. So there's like this kind of cloudy energy around you, and it's past life related. It's like it's dimming your own light. So let's go to the point beyond time and space where this originated from. Let's go to soul point, source point, and let's clear out. It's like taking away a magnet. It's like you're having this magnet that keeps the cloud in place. So let's dismantle the magnet. Let's also clear all energies that have to do with like entities, other beings than humans, with like technology that's not from this planet. Let's send in the infrared, yeah, close your eyes, that's great. Close your eyes. Let's send in the infrared light. I'm going into the third eye chakra and the pineal gland, because your pineal gland stores the master cell, and the magnet is in the master cell. So I'm going to do it very gentle. Sending in the infrared light to break the magnet in little pieces. Because if I take it out in one piece, it will really distort your magnetic field. So let's ask Spirit to help with this. Let's bring in the golden phoenix, and let's ask for help from the galactic felines of light to transform this magnetic energy in Sarah's pineal gland, transform it to an energy she can let go of, she can release. In little pieces, piece by piece. The infrared light is fragmenting, breaking it down in pieces so little that you can easily let go of them. Bringing in the golden phoenix to swoop up the energy, to take it out. Asking the galactic felines of light to do a very quick healing, to take out all implants, all astral objects, everything that has to do with this energy. And let's set the intention that when we take the energy out and when we release it, we upgrade this energy. We'll upgrade it to the highest version of love and light. We'll send it back to the sender, but in the form of love and light. And so it is. So let's check your heart chakra. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. So with a heart chakra spinning like that, it will be much easier to receive. How do you feel?
Teary, grateful.
Good.
Yeah, when I get grateful, I usually start crying because I'm just so happy to receive the help. It's ironic too, because this light you're seeing on me is infrared light
Okay.
that I'm
Interesting.
lying. It's awfully coincidental.
Yeah. Yeah, so what you can do, and is this like a specific lamp that you have with an infrared light?
It's a hood,
Ah, wonderful. Okay.
and if I didn't have the background on, you'd see that there are lights lining the hood, and that's what's shining on my face.
Okay, perfect. So what you can do to make sure that everything will be released is use the infrared light for a couple more days, like 1 or twice a day, and set the intention that all this energy will be released and will be dismantled. And then make sure that when you, because it's magnetic, it will be sent back to the sender. So make sure you do the same thing what I did. Ask for it to be sent back as pure love and light.
Okay, and I'll listen to the replay. Thank you, Alara, for calling on me, and thank you, Mijke, for so much for the help. I'm eternally grateful.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. And that was what Mijke just did was something totally different. I had not seen that before, so that was interesting that that's what came up for you. So
yeah, and this is what I always do. So I work with what comes up at that moment, and then I know what to do.
Yeah.
So I always combine everything I learned and all the skills I have, and then I'll just mix it all together.
awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
I so much appreciate you as a being. I just delight when I see you, and especially when I get to talk with you and receive. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is also working true for your liver. So it's funny because for a moment I thought, oh, this was not a question about the liver, but when I feel into it, when this energy is out of your body, your liver will re-energize and revitalize. So yeah, definitely
Awesome.
connected to the liver as well.
Good. All right. I want to just hold on. There were some questions in the chat, Sarah, Mijke, that I didn't get to. So I just want to, before I forget, because you know how it is. So Rhonda K, we already talked to Rhonda K, right? Or did we not?
Yeah, but Rhonda was the one we couldn't hear. So let's go
Okay.
to her and to, so she would like to know if her liver. Now, this is kind of a question that, you know, if you really want to know if your liver has fatty liver disease, you should check it out with a doctor, because I can only look at the energy. So energetically, my pendulum goes to a yes. So there is something off with the liver. And to really see what it is, we need more time. But let me see what I can do for you what comes up is the liver really needs to be rebalanced, more harmonized, but also relax. So let's clear out all the energy that it's like the liver is stuffed with all kind of emotions. So what I see is a blown up liver in my mind's eye, with many old emotions stuffed in it. So when I ask the emotions that are stuffed in the liver, Rhonda, and I ask for clearing those, what comes up is rejection, abandonment, crying, failure, overwhelm, discouragement, low self-esteem, and it is already in the liver for a long time, so it has already been there for a long time. You should see my pendulum, it's clearing like it's almost flying off the chain. There's also a lot of grief, sadness, loss, clearing that out for you. It's not so much about anger, but it's more about giving up. So there's energy about giving up, being too tired, being exhausted, low in energy. Okay, so I'm going to ask, is there one of the chakras that really needs work? It says yes. It's a solar plexus, so let's clear out the solar plexus. I'll do that with my hands. And let's clear away all limiting beliefs, all thought forms, all belief patterns about not being good enough, not being worthy, fear of showing your true authenticity, not being valued, not being seen for who you are. Let's clear that all out of the solar plexus. Let's bring in the energy of worthiness, the energy that you're good as you are, you're a perfect human being, you're at the right place in the right moment, there's nothing wrong with you, you're totally okay. You're lovable, you deserve respect, and there's no reason not to be empowered. So let's bring in, oh, this is a fun thing, Alara. Shall we do that for everyone? Shall I do a quantum blessing to bring in her soul gifts and her soul talents? But that we set the intention that everyone who will join the process will benefit from it?
Yep, that'd be great. Thank you.
So for everyone, go inward with your attention and point your attention to just below your diaphragm. And this is the spot, this is the place where the spark of your divine essence is located. So I'm going to connect to all of your divine sparks, your divine essences. I'm seeing that as a big ball of light. And I'm going to take it out of the energy field. And everyone is safe, everyone is secure and protected, so this is totally safe. I'm going to connect with source energy, with the highest frequency that everyone can hold today. And I'm going to ask to bring in everyone's soul talents, soul gifts from all quantum lives, all lifetimes, past, present, parallel, future, all realities, dimensions, space and time. Going to connect with that energy, connecting with all of your gifts. And I'm going to do a full circle with the divine essence, your divine spark. And while I'll do this, I'll pull in from every direction all of your gifts, all of the hidden soul gifts, soul gifts that were not ready to show themselves. Bringing it all in with a full circle, 360 degrees. And I'm taking up the ball of light just above your head, near the crown chakra. I'm going to open up all of the crown chakras for everyone. And then very gentle, slowly dropping down the ball of light, holding all these beautiful, wonderful gifts. Dropping it into the crown chakra, asking the energy to move downwards through the third eye, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus. Taking a little bit of time to really anchor it into the solar plexus. Then going to the sacral chakra and the root chakra. Then expanding that energy past the chakras, past the physical body, also filling up the hara line, the central energy channel, and even expanding and filling up all of the energy bodies with your own unique divine essence and soul gifts, filling up the first energy body, second one, the third one, the fourth energy body, the astral body, the fifth one, the celestial body, the sixth energy body, and the seventh energy body, the causal body. I'm going to anchor it in with a little bit of light language for everyone. And so it is. So I hope everyone enjoyed this. It was for Rhonda, but Rhonda brought it through for everyone. So Alara, how do you feel?
Good. Not quite, fully here yet, but that was very, very nice. Yeah, I felt a lot of energy around my head for sure, but all the way just when you were talking about the diaphragm and just below the diaphragm, I felt a lot of energy there. And then, I don't know, somewhere in the middle part, I kind of lost a little bit.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. It was great. Thank you. And Rhonda says, thank you so much. It has been an elevation. I feel shiny and new. You are a miracle worker. Look forward to another session with you. Our last one was in February. So definitely book another one, Rhonda. Definitely. Yeah, that was great. Thank you. And yeah, I'm glad you asked for that, Rhonda, because then we all benefited, right? So that's what it's about.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I always find so interesting that usually the people that have problems with the sound or the technology bring in very interesting things. So the interference is like, for me, always like a signal that there's something important that can be brought through.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's ask her to post in the chat because it felt important. So Rhonda, thank you so much, and looking forward to see you again.
Beautiful. All right, we're gonna go to Rachel. Like I said, Rachel was here 2 hours ago, so I have to take her question. She
Thank
was
you.
eager to be here. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, thank you so much.
What's your question?
So I guess the simple version is kind of mechanical, but as you know, I've had quite a year, Micah, and I wondered if you could give me a sort of general baseline of how my liver is doing, processing everything. It's kind of an anniversary date for me, and I've been really aware of that both physically and emotionally. And
Rachel, of course, I know your story, so you don't have to elaborate on that. But can you tell me a little bit about the emotions? Because I feel a lot of emotions coming up.
well, and I do too. So so the short version for everybody else is I've just come through a year of cancer treatment, and people kept telling me, "You're handling this so well. You're handling this so well," and like, okay, now here come the emotions. And it feels timely, but and my liver feels tired. It's had quite a workout, and wondering what it seems like to you, and what might be next.
Yeah, so what I feel, and you're the warrior type. You never give up.
Thank
Yeah, but there's also like another side to that. So now you have come through the whole process. You have dealt with everything, the treatments, the physical stuff. There's also a time, and maybe that's right now, a time to be vulnerable, a time to grieve, to feel the loss, to feel the anxiety, the fear. I mean, you had fear for life, fear of death. So I'll work with the pendulum as well. So let's go into your liver. So what is important for you? Take time to really process the emotions, and be very honest with yourself. If you feel that there's a block, that you can't really express the emotions, at a very deep level, that you're like holding a lid on them. Okay, so it's really important for you to let everything out. So if you feel the need to cry, cry. Doesn't matter if you're in the middle of the supermarket, cry. Make sure you have tissues with you all the time, okay? If you are ecstatic with joy, let it out. I mean, dance in your living room, put on some music, dance in the living room. So for you, the next phase is about being really connected to your emotions. Whether they are positive or negative doesn't matter, but it's like becoming the full human being that you are. The emotional being, not only the warrior. So also let go of all the childhood traumatic experiences, you know, consider that to be it in the past, and look to the future, look forward. Be grateful that you're still here. We are grateful that you're still here. We
Thank
all
you.
are grateful. This is the time to show the soft side of Rachel. Not only the we're never going to give up side. And this will make you a more complete being. And it's the word being. It's more about being than doing. So what is important for you is to stay with being, and whether that's feeling or whatever, moving, but be in the moment and deal with what's in the moment. That's what I get for you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for the liver, you know, if you feel that there's a lot of density or there's a lot of overwhelm, well, you know where to find me.
I do.
Yeah. So, but you can do a lot yourself. You know, just this is interesting. You know what I once learned when I did a Yin yoga class. Yin yoga is a form of yoga that you hold the postures for a longer time, like 3 to 5 minutes. And when you're holding that posture, emotions come up. Because, for example, you're in a forward bend and it's not comfortable, so irritation shows up. You know, I was listening to this yoga teacher, and then she would let you know when the 3 or 5 minutes were passed. So I was like, do I still have to sit in this pose? You know, isn't it finished yet? You know, irritation comes up, anger comes up. But if you be with that, if you are with that emotion, you just be with it, the opposite shows up. So if you can fully let it be, fully accept it in the moment, then the opposite will show up and it is released out of your system. And I learned Yin Yoga just by finding some nice videos on YouTube. And all kind of levels. Some of them are very simple. So see if that can help you as well. 3 to 5 yoga poses, and just sit with them, be with them, and then see what shows up, and be with what shows up until something else comes forward.
Okay, cool. Yes. And I don't know how much you can tell, but my hair has finally gotten to the unruly point. And I'm trying.
Hey, girl, what has happened with your hair? Yes.
I know. And so I'm trying to get a haircut. And this week is the anniversary of when she shaved my head. So it's very much
Yeah.
a full circle moment.
Yeah, but you know, Rachel, shaving off your hair and losing your hair is also very emotional, because our hair is such a big part of our identity, of how we look, you know. So feel the loss of that.
Oh, I did. I cried and cried.
Good. Yeah.
And
then be happy that it came back.
Right. And you can't tell now, but my hair was all the way down my back when she shaved it off. So it's crazy to have curls. I've never had curls before.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
Thank you. I saw a friend of mine I hadn't seen in almost 10 years, and he couldn't remember the long hair because he liked the curls so much. That was really fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alara.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Touch.
Awesome. Thank you. And yeah, your hair looks great. And you know, it's interesting how sometimes it comes back curly. My husband's hair came back curly after his stroke and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this? I was like not used to the curly at all. I was like, oh my, he looked like his father, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this. But luckily it changed, and now it's back to like normal, wavy, normal, you know, like, oh, thank God.
Well, they said that most people within 1 to 3 years, your hair goes back to more what it was. So if you like it, enjoy it because it might not last.
Hmm.
So we'll
Good.
see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But glad you were here. Glad you could make it, even if you were early. That's okay. You're here. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take one more, Anne, because I know that we still have a process to do and talk about the packages and so on. So Anne, you want to unmute yourself?
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. So I'm pretty new to this. I was here for Roshni's show because she's a friend of mine. And so this is the first time I've come back. And my question has to do with rage and feeling like I don't have control. I was recently stuck in a contract I tried to get out of that was pretty financially binding. And I was able to adapt the contract, but not the money part of it. And the next day I fell and broke my radius. So I know that as a child, I was always rageful and would be punished. And there's something going on. I don't have any outward symptoms that I'm aware of, except for maybe my skin sometimes seems yellow. So it's the rage and like how to access it, what you were saying, let it come out, to actually move it. Because I would always get in trouble when I had a temper tantrum. So I was trained to not let it out. So I don't know if you need to hear more, or is that enough?
Yeah, so what is important for you is to work on releasing the karma. And it's very interesting that you broke a bone, because most of our karma is stored in the bones. So if people start breaking bones, that means that a lot of karma is coming up. And with karma, you always have to like figure out what percentage of the karma can be released, because sometimes I've had with clients that they had open issues with like past family members, and that the karma couldn't yet be released because the issue had to be resolved first. And when I looked into that, I saw that the soul of one of the grandparents was still in their energy field. And so we first had to resolve that. We first had to let the message come through before I could release the karma. So for you, it's definitely important to do some karma release. And it's also the time for it now. And it's also interesting that you mentioned the yellowness of the skin. So let me tune into your liver. Yes, so the liver has a lot of, has stored a lot of karmic energies, past life experiences, but also emotions that are like energy that is stuck in the subconscious. And the liver is trying to help you release it, but it's working overtime. So yeah, it's the time to do something about it.
Would this be affecting my cat?
Yes.
My cat has an enlarged liver.
Well, with cats, it's interesting because cats are the protectors of our homes and the owners of the homes. So what you can see very often is that cats take on the energy of the people they're there for. And just let the emotions out, that's totally fine. We're all here in a safe group, so let the emotions out. Feel them. Just cry if you need to cry. Yes. Cats are very, Rachel, could you mute yourself? Cats are very psychic. So I have 2 cats, and one is very psychic. That she comes always in when I do a session, and she needs to bring something in, and then she wants to go out when she is going to take the energy out. So that your cat is picking up on it makes it even more important to start working on it. And when you heal yourself, it will also benefit the cat. And it's interesting because there's a very strong love connection between you and the cat. A lot of love, but it also goes back to past lives. So you and your cat have been together in past lives as well. Yeah.
And she's a Kali goddess.
Ah, yeah, wonderful. Yeah, so I'm really glad that you brought up the issue with bones, because I see people comment on that in the chat as well. It's the last program I did with Alara is the program on the teeth, and our teeth are also bones. So a lot of people don't see the connection that if you have like all kind of oral problems or problems with the teeth, that also can mean that there's a lot of karma involved, because the karma tends to store itself in the bones.
My tooth started hurting after I fell, actually, over here. Yeah.
So this is the physical body showing you in what direction you need to work. So, you know, I mean, I know it's very unpleasant to have broken bones, and it's not comfortable at all, but be grateful to your body that it's showing you now is the time to do something about the karma and release it. Yeah. Yeah, so let's bring in some healing for you. I'm going to ask all of your ancestors to come in and help you with this, to support you in this. It's also important for you that you know that you're not alone in this. I mean, you have to work on your own body and your own energy, but you're absolutely not alone in this. There's a lot of ancestral support for you, but there are things that need to be cleared from past lives. So let's bring in the healing. Let's bring in the support from the ancestors, their love. They see you, they know and appreciate the important work that you're doing. They have your back. Let's also invoke your guardian angel to make sure that you're not going to break any more bones. And let's ask the archangels to also protect you, to guide you, to guard you, to have your back. And to harmonize your field. How do you feel?
I just got really calm when you said harmonize my fields. Yeah, my heart just rested in my chest and I felt the ground.
Yeah, so what we also do, because I also going to do a little bit of healing for your cat. So let's go into, is it a he or she?
She, calico tortoiseshell.
So I'm going to like reset all of her chakras, and cats have more main chakras than we have, especially the heart chakra, the tail chakra, the chakras in the ears, solar plexus, and the throat chakra. Clearing the chakras, balancing the chakras, restructuring the chakras, repairing the chakras, clearing out all energy that is lower or denser than her energy, filling the chakras up with the highest frequency of healing energies, asking Archangel Ariel to come in to help with help from the animal kingdom, harmonize, balance, ground, hold sacred, protect and secure. And so it is.
Thank you so much. Wow.
You're welcome, Anne. You're
Oh
welcome.
my goodness. Thank you. Yeah, so special.
Awesome. Thank you, Anne. And I put in the chat the link for Micah's package from last season about the bones and the teeth, if you were interested in that. And of course, I put the link for this season's package as well in the chat for everyone. And of course, the last season for anybody else, not just Micah. I mean, not just for Anne, but Catherine, if you also wanted that because of your broken bones, etc., please do take a look at it. It's there for you to choose for yourself. All right, I know we are running low on time, Micah. So I just want to take, I know time just goes, I don't know where it goes. It's crazy. But I want to take a few minutes and talk about the package from this season that you have for us. I'm going to share my screen, so give me one second, folks. And so we can talk about that quickly. One sec. All right, you should be able to see my screen now. So basically it's for Micah's package, it's a private 30-minute session, a light language activation, a silent version, a 15-minute remote freeze session, energy clearing, and 2 bonuses. So Micah for $147, and of course, if you're an Inner Circle member, please use your gift code, whether you're free or VIP, choose the one that suits you, that works for you. All right, so Micah, you want to talk a little bit about the package?
Yes, well, of course, there's the private session in the package, and well, I showed you a little bit with the mini healings what I can do in a private session, and as I said before, I always tune in and see what is most important to work on for the moment. And I included the pre-session energy clearing, and I do that remotely because if I can go in and I can tune into the energy of the client, and I can clear already all the interference that's in the field, or all the blocks that are coming up, discordant energies, trapped emotions, you know, then the client is already at a very high level to work from. So I always love doing that, because when I include the pre-session clearing, the quality of the private session will be much higher, because we can work at a higher energy level. I can clear much more. Otherwise, I had to do the other clearings in the session, but now the pre-session clearing has already taken care of that, and it's much more easier to go to the root cause. I recorded a light language to support the liver. What I love about light language is that, well, you know, I know what I'm channeling, but it's not like English or Dutch or French or whatever, so it bypasses the conscious mind. So what a lot of people do, they use it for like meditation. Some people just play it on their phone. That's why I also included the silent version. So if you really want to support the liver, you can play it on your phone, and you can play it on loop. So that's what I love about the light language, that it can, the frequency and the energy can go in, and because we can't understand the words, it goes directly to where it's needed. and we don't block it with our beliefs or, you know, whatever. So that's why I love working with light language, and to make it practical, it's very practical to have a silent version as well. So you can just put it on your phone, put your phone in your purse, go out shopping, and have the energy do its work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And there's two bonuses, the clearing the subconscious pre-recorded masterclass and clearing energies blocking your system pre-recorded masterclass as well, for those of you who purchased within 48 hours. So please do. And there's a payment plan available as well. So please take advantage of that. And like I said, if you're an Inner Circle member, please use your gift code, 10% or 25%, depending on which type of member you are. So I think that is that. So how far ahead are you booking sessions, Mijke?
Oh, well, I have spots available next week.
Awesome.
So it's not that people have to book in February. So
Good.
no, that's
Awesome. Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing some traveling last 2 weeks of November, so that's pretty filled up. But in December, there are spaces available as well. So yeah.
Good. And there are spots for next week as well, for those of you who would like that. And so for today, Mijke, you wanted to do a short liver reboot and anger release guided process.
Yeah, shall I
Yes.
tweak it a little bit? It's also like our final process that we can finalize after that, or would you like to take more callers after that? What is your intention,
It's
Alara?
totally up to you. If you want to take one or two more questions, we can do that and then do the process. Totally up to you.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Do you have a feeling that there's someone that really needs help right now?
There was Tina had a question, but I think she left now. But she had a question in the chat. And Celine has a question in the chat. Just trying to see if there was anybody else that I missed in the chat, but I think it was just Tina and Celine that I missed from the chat. That's it. And then of course we have Evie and Sunitha with their hands raised.
Okay, well, how can we do this? I mean, we can't do 5, so
Yeah. So we can do one from the chat and one live. How's that?
yeah, great. Yeah.
All right. So Celine says she's been stuck for years. I'm just gonna go through your last comment, Celine, because I don't know what the other one is. I've been stuck for years, so this will be me going again. Outwardly, I'm easily angered. My guess is that there's a lot of grief, and medical treatments probably offlined my liver.
Okay, yeah. So what I feel is important for her is to do like an energetic detox. So let's go into her liver. There's also emotional stuff, but she's right about the effects of the medication, and you know, medication also have their energy. So it's the same with vaccinations. I'm totally not against vaccinations, but sometimes there are substances in the vaccinations that people react to very badly. So then I clear it energetically and I leave in what is beneficial for them. So that's the same what I'm going to do for her. Let's leave in what is beneficial for her. And let's clear out all the toxins. There's a lot of disharmony in the energy. So it's like the energy is working against each other. Let's clear that out. It's like she wants to be healed and she doesn't want to be healed. It's like she wants to recover and she doesn't want to recover. So it's a very conflicting energy that I feel. So let's take that out for her. It's like she wants to take the medication, but she doesn't believe in it. So there's a lot of conflict. Let's use the smoky quartz energy for that as well. I'm going to hold that smoky quartz. Sending that frequency in her liver. Taking out all the frequencies that don't serve her highest good or the highest good of all. Taking all clouds, mucus, miasma out of the system. All heavy energy, all dense energy. Heavy metals, toxins. Taking out everything that doesn't serve her health and her well-being. Then filling up the liver and the whole area around the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, all of the blood vessels, nerves, the bladder as well, filling it up with rose gold energy and sealing it off with pure gold. For safety, security, grounding and protection. And so it is. Okay, I hope she will benefit from that.
All right, Celine, let us know how that resonates with you and how you're feeling. And in the meantime, we're going to go to Evie. She missed out on being called last time you were here, Mijke, back in June.
Oh, okay.
So Evie, you want to unmute yourself?
Yes. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. So can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
All right. So just going through a lot of losses and grief and just hurt, and it's just very difficult to I know that it might be stored in my nerves because my nerves are reacting. Is there a way of looking in and seeing?
Dear, I'm so sorry to hear that, and I can hear it in your voice as well.
Yes.
So, and of course the liver has a role in this, but I'm more guided to go to the heart area for you. So
Yes.
let's clear away all the heartache, all the loss, grief, sadness. Let's clear that out of the whole heart area, the heart chakra, the thymus gland, the physical heart. All the pain, all the sadness, the uncried tears, the sorrow, the grief. Let's clear that all out. Let's work with the violet flame for transformation, transmutation. Let's clear out all the benefits. And let's clear not only the frequencies, but also the bonds between the frequencies. Cutting those loose. Also cutting all the cords, contracts, vows, heart vows, a lot of heart vows, oath, that are not serving you anymore. Cutting them loose, asking Archangel Michael to step in with the blue light to help that all clear. And then I see around the heart, I see a lot of protection, like a very dense protection mechanism to protect the heart from further hurt. or harm. And the heart is not completely ready to let that go all at once. So let's ask the archangels to transform the material of the heart walls. So like the heart wall of steel, that it will be transformed to paper, as paper is more easy to remove. The heart wall of marble, that it will be transformed as a veil, a cloth, very soft, flexible. So it will still give a little bit of protection to the heart. And when the time is right, the time is there, the heart can let it release and let go easily. Bringing in a lot of love for self, compassion for self, clearing all the guilt, shame, regrets, anger, blame, clearing it all out. Again, bringing in unconditional love for self, filling up the whole heart area, harmonizing, stabilizing, grounding and protecting. And so it is. How does that feel, Evie?
Oh, geez. Yeah. When I think when you said, like clearing and just clearing something, I remember all the oaths and contracts and stuff. And I was smiling because I was working on that this week.
Oh, wonderful.
Earlier on, just that part, which I usually never do. But to see that you touched on it, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. You're amazing.
Well, I'm happy to hear you laugh again and that your voice sounds different. Yes.
Yes, thanks. And then I was thinking of the discord and energies, because I think that there's also a factor in that.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Thank you, Evie.
Oh, thank you so much, Alara. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, both of you. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
All right, we are going to do the wonderful process now. Just making sure that there was a message in the chat from Celine. So thanks very much, Mike and Alara. At first, blast of tingles, then this calmed down, remained a bit on legs. Very true about the contradictory energy. I've stopped meds years ago, but still regretful as my energy is easily diffused now. Likely the same for all other decisions made and not made during this period. Appreciate your healing. Awesome. Thank you, Celine.
Awesome.
Anne just booked the package. Thank you, Anne.
Thank you, Anne.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to do, oh my goodness, where's my thing? We're going to do a live, liver reboot and anger release guided process.
Yes, so for everyone who's still listening or who will re-listen to this or on the replay, I'm just going to ground you all. Make sure that you're comfortable. You feel your feet touching the floor, the ground. You can close your eyes if you like. I'm calling in all of our guides, the archangels, and all of the wonders of light that are here to assist us today. Then I'm going to connect to the liver. The liver, that wonderful organ that fulfills so many tasks in our physical body. We're going to support the liver, all of your livers. So go with your attention to the area where your liver is located, just below the diaphragm on the right. And I'm going to connect to the first level, the level of safety, stability, grounding, foundations. And at that level, I'm going to release all the discordant energies, all the energies that don't serve you anymore. We're going to bring in the opposite energy, the knowing that you're grounded, stable, that you have a home base, that you have a stable foundation to build on. Bringing that in. Realigning the lines of light. Going to clear the energy from the second level that has to do with our feelings, emotions, but also related to the second chakra, the sacral chakra. It is also the level of our relations with our family, loved ones, romantic partners, colleagues, everything that has to do with our sensuality, sexuality. So let's clear everything out that doesn't belong at this level. All the energy that is low in frequency. All the energy not serving you anymore, clearing it all out. Then shifting to the third level. The third level also connected to the mental body, the third energy body. And let's clear out all limiting beliefs, old thought forms, all repeating patterns about anger. Why we should be angry, why we hold on to our anger, why we find it difficult to forgive, to forget. Let's clear that all out. And as I see all of your livers like a big red balloon, you're deflating the balloon. All the anger flows out. Making space at the third level for positive thoughts, affirmative thoughts, affirmations. Filling that up. And going to the fourth level, the level of the heart chakra, all matters of the heart. All the things we love to do, people we love, things we love to eat, our hobbies, but also our heart desires. And clearing out all clouds, mucus, miasma that is stored at this level. That is cloudy, a cloud before our heart. Taking it all out. Dissolving the clouds, removing the mucus, miasma, releasing it all. Filling it up with all the beautiful frequencies of love for the heart. Frequencies the heart blossoms by, the heart loves so much. Forgiveness. Filling it all up. And going to the fifth level, this is the etheric template. Asking to upgrade the liver, reboot the liver. Bringing in the cosmic guides. holding space for the cosmic liver specialists to do some repair works on all of our livers. Clear the lobes, repair the ducts, the arteries, cleanse the blood. Detox. And asking them to perform an upgrade for your liver to the highest level that you can hold. That you can hold in the physical, that you can manifest. And going to the 6th level, the celestial level, removing all blockages, all stuck energy, sticky energy, heavy energy, dense energy. Releasing everything that blocks us from connecting to our guides, connecting to the wisdom, the universal wisdom, and also asking for a release of our past lives, all of the karma that we can let go of, past life experiences, past life imprints. And then finally going to the 7th level, the level of the crown chakra. And here it always feels lighter. This is the causal body as well. We're going to release everything that blocks you from fulfilling your soul purpose, moving forward on your life path, soul path. And asking to bring in the energy that supports you most to fulfill your ultimate potential. Bringing that in. Asking all of the relevant cosmic energies to join. Filling you up. And then we're going to expand this. First we're filling up the 7 chakras, realigning the chakras to the higher line, the central energy channel. And then expanding from the chakras to the whole energy system of the meridians, the nadis, filling up the whole physical body. And this energy is just especially for you. It's your own special, unique frequency. Filling up the whole physical body, the liver, all of the other organs that are important for you, and also the 7 energy bodies. First energy body, first level, first dimension, second one, third one, the fourth one, the 5th one, and the 6th and the 7th energy body. Now we're going to seal it off with pure gold, so you can hold this expanded frequency as much as possible, sealing it all off with pure gold. Bringing down the diamond golden grid for everyone, for safety, security, grounding, reflection and protection. And so it is. So everyone can slowly come back. Maybe move your hands, your toes, your feet, your arms. Move around a little bit. Open your eyes. And enjoy.
Thank you, thank you. I was yawning through the whole thing, to be honest. And even now, I don't feel like I'm fully here, but I'm here. So thank you. That was awesome. That was great. I feel like I zone out when you're talking,
Yeah,
but I know that's okay.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. It's
Awesome.
good for you as well, you know, it's good for you as well to let go and just enjoy the process, to take in the energy. So I'm happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Drink some water or something, whatever you happen to have handy. At the same time, enjoy the energies, right? Oh my goodness. Any last words of wisdom for us, Micah, before we go? That was amazing. I know it was long today. We went a little bit, we've gone over, way over, but that's okay. That was okay. Rhonda said, I just bought the package. The scheduling was not working. We'll look into the scheduling, Rhonda. No worries. Thank you. Suzanne said, thank you. I feel deeply nourished. So beautiful. Good. Awesome.
Yeah, that
And
was
says, thank you. Amazing support for the best in all of us. Yes. Mina's also yawning. Felt cared for. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and the way that Micah works is different with each person and with what's coming up. And like it's no two sessions are ever the same, that's for sure, right?
that's right. Yeah.
But there's also different tools that you work for, so it would work with. So it was yeah, this whole call was absolutely brilliant, so powerful. Thank you. That was a big intake of blessings. Yes, absolutely, Sarah. Yes, thank you. Good. So we will look into the scheduling thing there, Rhonda, and we'll get back to you, okay? I'm sure we can get it sorted out quickly. All right, right, Micah?
Yes, definitely. Great.
Very warm, Lee says. Thank you for such a wonderful gift. Absolutely. Right, Peter? Yes, this was such a wonderful gift today. So thank you. Of course, go back and watch and listen to receive more of the wisdom, but also a lot of the processes, if you're willing to receive, they're also for you as well. Cindy says, thank you so much, Laura and Micah, for today's amazing call and process. This has been so profound and powerful. I'm sure that's what she's saying. Much gratitude and many blessings. Thank you, Cindy. Wonderful. Yeah, it felt like a really complete type of call with all the different processes, the light language, all, and with this final process, all the mini readings. It was yeah, it was definitely a lot to receive. So please go back and watch and listen to receive. I will send out the recordings in a little while, so please stay tuned for that, and please do book your session with Micah or choose the package to work with Micah some more, so that you can go deeper into your issues and what you need and what you require, so that you can move forward with ease and joy and happiness. Yes, exactly, Suzanne. Love the light language. Me too.
Great to hear. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. And I love having the silent version, because sometimes you don't want people to be hearing everything, so you can just play, and it's great. So I think that's a wonderful little bonus or addition to the package. So thank you for that, Micah.
You're so welcome. So welcome.
All right, everyone. So we're gonna go. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. So please do join us. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all so much love and blessings always. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you, Micah.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.